You know, if I were you, I'd try and sell as much and fast as I could.
So it's true. We are in the chopping block.
Previously seen on Traders.
There are no plans to eliminate your derivatives department?
Well, that's not really fair, is it? My record alone should entitle me to at least equal consideration, if not better.
You just said my job was safe.
If you need a letter or anything like that.
I want this bid to succeed as much as you do.
Good, because we either pass 10% by the end of the day or I'm pulling the deal.
It's an impossible deadline.
I think she's lost confidence in Gardner Ross.
Yeah, Reed, she's lost confidence in Sally Ross.
We'll act for buyer and seller.
And pulling both commissions.
Polar's going through the roof.
What have you done?
Nothing.
Okay, somebody knows.
We got a leak.
I just want to know who the trader is.
I'm looking into who profited from the leak.
I don't care who made the money. More power to him.
Come on, Adam. You think we got a spy in our midst?
I know that we lost a major deal because the street found out about Polar Pipelines. It's a miracle it didn't happen sooner. We dispose of our confidential information as if it were last Sunday's paper.
Actually, I shredded and burned last Sunday's paper. Scattered the ashes just to be safe, you know?
I want sign-in procedures strictly enforced. Data waste monitoring. We're already taping phone calls to and from the floor. I want to expand it to the entire firm.
Strip search? Me first.
Marty. Please. There are humans in our presence.
How about drug testing?
Adam, this isn't the Pentagon.
No. When the military has a leak, how much cash do you suppose comes out of the general's pockets?
Adam, you got way too much time in your hands. Find a hobby.
Sit down, Marty. Sit down. Do you think that Arvon and Grant want us to advertise their recapitalization plans? I found this blowing around the parking lot behind the dumpster. Yeah, that's right. So who was on that deal?
Benny.
What do we know about any of these people? Is there anybody at this table who knows where this Benny lives?
Up north somewhere, I think.
The man has a pierced ear.
Benny has a pierced ear?
Watch him. One man's garbage is another man's inside information.
Benny has a pierced ear.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't wait too long. It's going to be a cold winter. Right. For all of us.
You expect a sure thing from me, but you'll throw away a few grand on the exactor? Okay, Mr. Trammell, I'll see what I can find.
Oh, yeah, Freddie, like I don't read the business section? Come on. Call me when you got something fresh. All right, come on, people. Y'all got the memo here.
Data waste management buddies? This is brain dead.
Somebody leaked Polar Pipelines.
Jeez, what does Cunningham figure? We're trying to smuggle stuff out of here in orange rinds?
I try and stay out of that man's head. All right, now you're paired up with Ann, right?
Security is too slack around here. I better not find anything personal.
Oh, two.
Not funny, Seidelman.
Hey, I got a cold. You know, Marty's my buddy. You don't want him having to pick through that stuff.
Benny, why don't you just, make adult garbage like everyone else?
Hey, you want to invade my privacy. It takes your chances.
Well, Crywork, it is your lucky day. You now have two buddies.
Marty, come on.
Well, I got work to do.
What?
You got something on your cheek. No, your cheek.
What?
Who did this?
What?
We got ourselves a new screensaver.
Gardner Ross has a reputation for discretion.
Good. I have a problem, Mr. Larkin, and to be honest, I am not sure there is a solution. I wish to acquire control of the Oberhagen Corporation.
Well, they're a diversified multinational. The takeover would be costly.
The problem is not money. I'm prepared to pay a significant premium. However, I'm not prepared to pay it to Oberhagen.
That's a problem.
What do you know about them?
They're into everything. Household cleaners, mouthwashes.
Yes, all those fine products Americans so love. Did you know the company was founded in Germany in 1933?
No, I didn't.
Have you ever heard of phylloxyraptomine, also known as PZR? In 1942, the Nazis found that they were killing people faster than they were able to dispose of the bodies. Scientists from Oberhagen worked for the Nazis to develop PZR as a catalytic agent Something to help speed up decomposition. Bodies from prisoners in Buchenwald were used to test the product. 2 of those bodies were my parents.
Sorry.
Oberhagen remain the proud owners of this formula to this day. They are marketing it as the Garden Rescue, a composting catalytic from the green is good people.
Do you believe there's anything dangerous about this product?
I don't much care. But last year they made over $16 million off that formula. They are profiting from my parents' death. They have no right. No one has the right.
What's good for the goose, Norm?
The bonds are going up. The yields are dropping like crazy.
Too low.
So what are the risks?
Trust me on this.
It's too much.
Look, 96 is a very stable environment.
Van, I can't move this stuff. Where's Hydrodex now?
15 even. You better figure something out. I'd like to go 2 consecutive weeks without firing anybody.
Talk to me, Harry. Was I right about latex? So trust me on this one. Very good. We are bundled. Yeah. What?
Nothing. How's it going?
Well, you know, the usual.
How's it with you and Cunningham?
Well, I wouldn't want to go camping with him.
Listen, you were on the Arvon and Grant trading thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, just be more careful with the paperwork. He's all over the place ever since the leak with Polar.
That had nothing to do with Polar. What does he think I got something to do with that?
I told you, I try and keep out of the guy's head.
And nothing happened on Arvon and Grant. Why is he picking on me?
He's not picking on you.
Then who is?
Nobody, Benny. Give it a rest. Just be more careful. Hey.
Bobby, it's Chris at Gardner Ross. I've got something you might be interested in. Give me a call, okay, there?
Chris, why don't you go take a leak before you bust a gut?
Leak takes, what, 4 minutes? 5 if you've been powering back the coffee. You can make a lot of money in 5 minutes.
Or lose it.
You know, you should consider adult diapers. They've saved me millions. Really, think about it.
Showed up at Ellis Island in 47 at the age of 12. Started out as a farm laborer, built an agribusiness spanning the prairies. Sold out last year for $500 million.
What about the rest of it?
The patent, the product, Oberhagen's complicity in the death camps, it all checks out, but they were never tried. There's not one mention.
Who's the CEO?
Peter Oberhagen. He's the grandson of the founder.
Why doing it?
First of all, it's impossible. You can't just destroy someone else's company, not without paying for it.
Come on, Donald, you must have destroyed a few companies in your time. What's second of all?
Have you considered the ethics of this?
Yes.
I thought you didn't like causes they obscure your judgment.
We're getting paid, aren't we?
Is that why you're doing it? It was 50 years ago.
To our client, it wasn't.
This is an industry based on one overriding concept, Jack. Money doesn't smell.
This money stinks.
Excuse me. Donald, I had Davison do a little investigation into Polar Pipelines.
Okay.
Apparently 3 firms bought stock very early on. I want you to narrow it down to 1.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sorry. Okay. There's no rush.
Okay.
All right? Just have it on my desk tomorrow morning. First thing.
You have a third of all?
Yeah, it's still impossible.
I didn't realize when you bought beef futures, you actually took delivery of beef.
Well, I had my butcher save me the trip. Antoine's coming over for dinner.
How's it going with you two?
Good, I think. Yeah, good.
That's good.
How about you and Brian?
Conflict resolution mediation. Try saying that fast after a few drinks.
His idea?
Court order. I think they want us to upgrade our fighting skills before the divorce. You know, I can dress for a cocktail party, or a hockey game, or a drive-in movie, but what the hell do you wear to a conflict resolution mediation?
A suit of armor.
I miss Carrie. I miss Brian.
How does he feel?
I don't know.
What do we have?
A bunch of jerks doing our trading. You know, I can't believe they're millionaires.
There's a lot about traders you're never going to understand, Carl. So, did you retain a lab?
No. They all tell me the same thing. You can't arbitrarily impose a drug test on an employee without just cause, and we don't have just cause.
All right. We'll tell our employees we're implementing a mandatory drug testing policy.
Adam, it's illegal. Worse, it's pointless.
If you want information from somebody, what's the first thing you'd do?
I'd ask him.
Well, that's the difference between us. I'd find out his weakness, and then I'd exploit it.
You want to exploit our own people?
Well, somebody's already exploited one of them, and I want to find out which one, which means that I have to find out who has a weakness.
The executive committee will never approve drug testing.
For what I have in mind, I don't need approval. Try a little lateral thinking, Carl. You know, to catch a rat, you don't actually need cheese. You just need to make him think you have the cheese. Yeah, it's Adam Cunningham.
You have a wonderful house.
Well, sometimes I'd like to see it in the daylight.
Have you always lived alone?
Well, not when I was very young.
You know what I mean.
You're asking me if I used to have a life? I can't remember the last time I saw a movie. I shop for food every Wednesday so that my cleaning lady thinks I have a life. She has 5 kids under the age of 7, and she feels sorry for me. What?
Stop it.
What?
North Americans have this disease, this talk show disease. Everybody must be witty and clever all the time.
Some people are witty and clever all the time.
Tell me something about you. Nobody else knows.
I'm not very good at this.
Why not?
You go first.
All right. When I'm up there, conducting, totally into the music, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm completely aware of the audience. And this is a sad part. I love it.
We all need validation.
I was supposed to be an artist. I was supposed to be above that.
You are an artist. And you're human.
And you?
I have trouble throwing things away.
I was looking for something a little more personal.
Sometimes I feel I'm a fraud. That's all you get in a first date?
It's our third.
Okay. I'm positive any minute someone's going to call me on it.
Everybody has those moments.
Yeah, not you. You're honest and passionate and pure, like your music.
We have a lot to learn about each other.
It was a small company in Oregon made toothpicks. Pulp and paper. It doesn't matter what they made. The point is, Donald wiped them out.
Oh, I think wipe them out is a little strong, Jack.
Gardner Ross represented their Canadian bank. The bank got nervous about foreign investment, which was crazy because the company was sound.
They missed a payment.
By 2 days, so the bank sends in a troop of accountants along with Colonel Darby here.
I put their company into receivership to protect the interests of my client.
They started selling out divisions at liquidation prices. 3 months later,
they went bankrupt.
We do the exact same thing with Oberhagen, only this time we do it on purpose.
And it'll cost you a fortune.
You'll be buying their debt from the bank and then kissing it goodbye, but you won't be paying it to Oberhagen.
And what happens to the formula?
Well, you pick up the patent for a song from the trustee in bankruptcy, renew it under a different application each time it nears expiry. You can stop anyone from ever using it again.
Is this legal?
Completely.
Probably.
Completely.
Good enough.
Iterdex is down to 14.5.
It's the hole in the goddamn ozone layer. Who the hell's gonna buy Goosetown? You want a moneymaker? Buy shares in Sunblock.
Listen, let's just not make a career out of this, okay? If you can't dump it all in one go, then let it go in bite-sized portions. Just get rid of it.
I've called every one of my clients.
Well, then call somebody else's clients, not mine.
Retail clients?
Yeah, why not? Those idiots will jump all over anything.
I'm a trader, not a broker.
Yeah, well, you're a trader covered with crap.
So, we're all gonna be peeing in a bottle.
The same bottle?
I don't know. What's he talking about?
No idea.
Well, then what the hell are you talking about?
I saw a joke. I went for it. Sue me.
What's going on?
Well, Cunningham's taking a meeting with Bill Robinson of BioCorp. They do drug testing.
No way.
Adam can't force people to take drug tests. It's a privacy issue.
Hey, just telling you what I saw. Oh, here.
Paid 98 cents on the dollar for this debt?
Yeah, I would have paid a lot more for it, too.
Well, you're not completely insane. Overhagen Corp looks pretty damn solid.
Come on, there's got to be a problem.
Everybody has problems.
I want to know what's wrong with this company now. Come on.
Your client bought debt. Solid, safe debt. Be thrilled.
Our client paid a hell of a lot of money for this debt, and I want to know everything that there is to know about it. That's not being unreasonable.
You guys ever heard of Tom Pepitone?
What?
Bond trader.
What's he got to do with this?
Oh, nothing.
Here. Forget him. Come on.
All payments made on time, all reporting done on time. They've had a profit the last 7 consecutive quarters.
They're heavily in debt.
To us, Jack. The debt-to-book equity ratio went a little over the top a couple quarters back, but they're back in line on their last
That's a breach of their loan agreement.
Yeah, but before your client owned the debt.
Yeah, but we step into the shoes of the previous creditor, no?
Did they waive the breach?
No. What's going on here?
I want to send a receiver in there, Arthur.
Jack, you're overreacting.
I
I think you should speak to your client.
I already have. How long will it take to get somebody in there?
I could get you in there tomorrow. But
That's great. That's great. Do it.
Adam has gone nuts.
I don't know. Adam seems like a pretty decent guy to me. He's the guy that works upstairs, right?
Oh. Aren't you at all spooked by this drug testing?
Oh no. To tell the truth, I sort of enjoy the attention. I mean, it is science.
It's a witch hunt. It's not a science.
No. Actually, it can be quite accurate. There are 3 common methods for testing for drugs in urine and blood: immunoassay, gas chromatography, and mass spectrometry. Hope they don't use immunoassay. Won't tell them squat. I take a lot of tests. Doctors say my metabolism is unusual.
Really? No kidding. Nobody is going to put my urine under a microscope.
See, that's not how it works.
I've got a stock you might be interested in.
What?
Iterdex?
You know my rule, Chris. I haven't been tracking it. I don't buy it.
Goose down. Winter's coming. Somewhere.
Well, what are the fundamentals?
Superb.
What's Marty say?
He said your clients would jump all over it.
Well, Mr. Trammell's been asking for something just like this. Thanks, Chris.
Is this really necessary?
No. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I missed Dad's funeral.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry I wasn't there for you.
What do you want?
I lost my job.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm bright. I work hard.
This is not a good idea.
I'm your sister, Jack.
Have a little pride, would you?
I got 2 kids, no husband, and no job. Pride's out of my price range. I abandoned Dad, not you.
It's going in the garbage.
Fine.
Morning, Mr. Darby.
Actually, it's just after
sorry.
So, what do you have?
First one in on the Polar Pipelines deal was a guy named Tom Pepitone.
Should I know him?
No, he's a bond trader.
What's he doing in equities?
Oh, I thought that was rhetorical.
No, it was. Where does he work?
Silken Brothers. But he's not in today. They told me where I can reach him.
His number?
Oh, it isn't a number. It's a place. It's kind of weird.
Excuse me. Mr. Pepitone?
Yeah?
I'm Sally Ross from Gardner Ross. I want to talk to you for a few minutes. I could wait for you outside.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere for a while. Pull up a pew.
I wanted to ask you about the Polar Pipeline stocks you traded last week.
Best trade I ever made.
We're trying to pinpoint the source of certain information.
You religious, Miss Ross?
Not really. Not since I was a kid.
I was the same way. Never set foot inside a church from one Christmas to the next until I had my epiphany.
Excuse me?
Moment of revelation.
I know what it means. You're saying you had one?
Over lunch last week. Luigi's Clam House. Best clams casino in the city. You know the place?
Yeah, fine. If you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. But don't waste my time.
Settle down. I'm telling you the truth. I was having lunch. Suddenly I hear this voice telling me Polar Pipeline is going to be bought. I look around, the place is half empty. I think I'm cracking up. It happens again. So this time, I write down the information, I go back to my office and place the order. And I wait to see if God is jerking me around. Hang on a sec. Tom Pepitone? Hal, look, did you unload my Canada 7.5s of 01? Hang on a second. Look, if I was going to tell you a lie, I wouldn't do it in here. Yeah, Hal. Yeah, did we do anything with that mining thing?
Conflict resolution, mediation. Conflict resolution, mediation. Conflict resolution, mediation. I need another drink. That good? Worse.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, how was your date?
He's a wonderful guy.
How about them Jays?
I think I'm going to set up a urine wholesaling operation.
Now, who would pay for your urine?
Wholesaling, idiot. I buy Jim's urine. Sell it to somebody who's got something to hide. Nobody's cleaner than Jim. The arbitrage opportunities alone would make me a fortune.
Nah, wouldn't work. Security's airtight in this kind of thing.
Or you could always inject somebody else's urine directly into your own urinary tract. Speaking of Jansky, this is such an invasion of our privacy.
Invasion of privacy. Unconscionable. Untenable. Illegal. I'm doing it. Well, Cunningham's all over me. You know, maybe this'll get him off my back.
I have a problem with this whole thing.
What?
Those jars, they're too small for a guy like me.
Whoa, Chris!
You know, this whole thing has made me question whether or not I'm working for the right firm.
Yeah, you gotta choose your hills to die on.
Yeah, well, either way, I'm gonna die.
We got something to hide.
Yeah.
a great place to work. It's a great place.
It's great.
Right here. Everything you asked for is right here. If I can help with anything.
Well, I need to see a statement of monthly revenues for the past 3 years for all the divisions.
Follow the prompts.
Thanks.
Anything else I can do?
No, it's great.
My wife works here, too. Same as my eldest boy.
Jack Larkin.
Hi.
Peter Oberhagen. Thanks, Dan. What's your problem?
Your debt-to-equity ratios and breach your loan covenants.
Unless you're a fool, that sure as hell isn't your problem.
And my client felt a receiver was necessary in order to...
Yeah, I know. Get in, restore order, and leave, huh? That's crap. Oberhagen's been around forever, and it'll stay around forever as long as you keep your hands off it.
We're within our rights.
Sure. We borrowed too much money. Maybe we should have forgone the daycare center, huh? Maybe the handicap ramps were a bit too excessive. What do you think? Thank God you're here to straighten us out.
You spoke with God?
That's what he thinks. He says he didn't have any inside information. Unless revelations count.
So what'd you expect him to say?
Not that.
Like he made a fortune on stock that nobody was touching. Either he comes up with an excuse or he goes to jail for insider trading. And this one's a beauty. I mean, we sure as hell can't disprove it.
I believe he believes it. Ask him yourself. He goes to Mass every morning at St. Jude's.
You'll pardon me if I pursue my investigations on a more secular plane.
How'd it go?
Lousy. They treat their people better than we do.
Were you expecting Stalag 17?
No.
Jack, have you heard anything about drug testing?
Where'd you hear that?
It's around.
Paranoia.
No pee in a cup.
2 years community college, 3 secretarial jobs in 7 years, and she spelled opportunity with 1 P.
That's wrong.
She's not an analyst.
You need somebody.
Because you had Monica fired.
Yeah. She's gonna cost you a quarter as much.
And she'll be worth 1/10 as much.
Look, she's bright, she's capable, and she's my sister.
Maybe you won't have this one fired.
Bastard. You useless bastard.
I'm not useless.
Eiderdex opened at 11 this morning.
What do you care? You got your commission.
The one time I don't do my own assessment of a stock, you screw me. My client lost over $100,000.
He'll get over it.
Why the hell should he? I hung him out to dry!
You think people go to Vegas, lose big, learn their lesson, and leave the next morning? I don't think so.
Does it matter anyway? I'm history.
Oh, it's gonna take a lot more than an unhappy client to get you bumped.
Yeah. A lot more.
The hell with you.
What are you talking about?
Why do you think I became a traitor?
Get stinking rich and drive fast cars?
Wrong. To be left alone.
Come on, Benny, just get back to work, will you?
If I wanted to be subjected to abuses of power every day, I'd be working up in corporate finance or research or in a goddamn bank somewhere. I've been in this game for 18 years, Marty. How the hell do you think it feels to have your integrity suddenly called into question?
It's not just you, Benny. The rest of us are picking garbage, too.
I don't think so. I say that we tell Cunningham that he can take his urine testing and piss off.
The hell are you talking about?
Who's with me, huh? Come on.
Mutiny, sure.
Everybody.
Why'd you pick me for this job?
I heard you were a man of conviction. Was I wrong?
What we're doing is gonna hurt innocent people.
Were the people innocent who supplied provisions to the death camps?
You can't possibly be comparing...
Profit from immorality is an act of immorality.
But these people didn't know anything.
They should have. Nothing good can grow from poisoned earth.
Wouldn't it be better just to remove the poison?
I heard good things about this place. I think the guy was a little possessed, but...
I've been thinking about the other night.
So am I. Hmm? Thank you. No menus, thank you. We'll have the Clams Casino.
I thought there was a party of 12 coming in. No, I said cancel. Great, another booming lunch hour.
Do you hear that?
Please. How many?
Come here.
6. I need spoons too. Sorry, I should have said spoons too.
You hear that, don't you?
Thank you. No problem. At table 6, looking for the check.
It's a whispering gallery.
You don't see.
An acoustic anomaly.
I gave it them the check.
The sound from that table bounces down to this specific spot. If we move the table a couple of feet away, we don't hear anything.
Do you mind? I want you to try something for me. Would you mind going and sitting over there? Come on. Say something.
Sally, I have something to tell you.
Great. Excuse me. Do you take reservations?
Of course.
Could you tell me who is sitting at that table over there? And this table last Thursday?
I'll check the book, madam.
Thank you.
Sally, I haven't been honest with you. I'm married.
We're using the same formula? I didn't know anything about this.
Your grandfather did. Mr. Bendan's parents did. I have a proposal. What my client wants is a garden rescue patent. Now, you agree to assign him that. He sits on the patent, the product's never seen again, and neither am I.
Bendan?
Yeah.
Man, these Jews, they're unbelievable. Get the hell out of my office.
You had no right!
There was no testing. There was never going to be any testing.
We simply advised the employees of the possibility.
And waited for their reaction.
Well, you got it! The whole pit's up in arms in the middle of a damn trading day!
I'm sorry, Marty, but Benny's shown his hand.
What hand? Nobody's happy. I know I'm not.
Benny led the charge, which means that he believes that he has the most to lose.
This is total smoke and mirrors.
Face it, Marty, your buddy is vulnerable, which means that he cannot be trusted, which means he's got to go.
You've got the wrong man, Adam. And when I realized, on the day of the leak, Tom Pepperton was having lunch in a whispering gallery, I had an epiphany. Right there in Luigi's clam house.
Luigi's?
God had nothing to do with it.
Just having lunch.
You'll issue a statement apologizing to our employees.
No, I won't.
You abused the confidence of this firm, and then you tried to implicate others.
Why are you so angry?
You've been grossly irresponsible. You've cost this firm substantial billings. You've damaged employee relations, possibly irreparably. 10 minutes ago, you were ready to fire Benny for what you did. Are you prepared to resign?
No. And I am not prepared to take the fall for this.
Well, you
either.
did it.
Perhaps. But I think owning up to this is going to undermine confidence in management.
Either you eat crow on this, or I force feed it to you.
Not one. They must employ hundreds of people.
They don't employ any blacks or Asians either.
Nice work.
Thank your sister.
Really?
I went through the last 3 company yearbooks, then I checked court records.
5 years ago, there was a discrimination complaint filed against them alleging unfair employment practices.
What happened?
They paid the complainant off.
Are you sure?
I tracked the guy down in Florida. They paid him $50,000 to keep him quiet.
I guess he owes them a refund.
Couldn't get him to shut up. They still owe him 5.
Not bad.
You're welcome.
Doesn't make any difference. Give your client a call.
Oberhagen served us with papers.
Well, they're alleging the receiver was appointed in bad faith. They wanted an injunction. What happened? Well, they've alleged that Mr. Larkin told them that you wanted to dismantle their company. I mean, any judge would throw out a receiver with a plan like that. Their case is good. What happened?
I read him wrong. I screwed up.
I told you. Well, you're due in court tomorrow morning for the motion.
We've uncovered proof of racist hiring practices.
Unfortunately, that will be immaterial if they can prove their allegations.
I can't believe Cunningham wanted to crucify me.
He still does.
For his leak?
Oh, Sally copied you on the memo, huh?
Got it, kissed it, framed it, sent in a copy to my lawyer.
You don't think Adam's going to be put off just because this whole thing was his fault, do you? Get a grip, Benny.
Why me?
Pierced the ear.
That's it?
Isn't that enough?
What? Oh, you schmuck.
What are you going to pierce for anyway?
I didn't get it pierced. It got pierced.
Oh, yeah.
No, honest. It was a frat party at university, and I fell asleep and...
Passed out.
When I woke up the next morning, I had this splitting headache, and there was this little note taped to my chest saying that I should swab it with alcohol 3 times a day for a week. Well, I thought that it would, cover over.
So you are normal. That's...
Not even close.
Yeah, well, I noticed that today. Marty, I've been in this game for 18 years!
Shut up!
Thank you.
Oh.
It's not really anything anyway. It's... Well, I guess it's something. It's something to me.
I did what I did so nobody would have to know. Okay? Oi, I gotta take a leak.
Quiet time.
Yeah. Working late?
No.
You okay?
Been better. How about you?
The same. $17 times 14.
What?
Whenever I feel down, I do math. It's basic, pure. It has a right and wrong.
238.
Not bad.
I practice when I can't sleep.
How old are you?
30.
Too young to have trouble sleeping.
42 times 21.
882. 38 times 17.
646. 66 times 22.
1452.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I watched him broker the tobacco tax with the PMO, Health and Welfare, the RCMP, and the opposition in 3 days. Stupendous coup. It's going to be in all the papers tomorrow. Wait till this guy is finished with special status and veto. He is going to turn this country on its ear, and he's not even elected. Word is, he's working a shift on equalization payments, which is going to allow DRP and a few others to be on Easy Street.
Give me a minute.
Sure. Have you no soul?
I am sorry about your family.
Because of one man, everybody suffers?
Sometimes one man can make a difference.
You could talk to your client, get him to change his mind.
Do you have any idea where your company's products come from?
I don't know. I don't care.
You should have.
After 50 years, I can rest a little. Thank you.
Welcome.
Congratulations, I guess.
Thank you, I guess.
So you had to lie?
Yeah. Guess I let a cause obscure my judgment, huh?
There's got to be a moral in here somewhere. There's certainly no shortage of irony.
Well, the moral is I was right.
That doesn't change anything.
I'm still right. Clients are idiots. Took the guy less than 24 hours to come crawling back to a broker who blew him up.
And then we slept together. Oh. It was beautiful.
Oh. His idea.
My idea. My idea would change something. My idea we could just forget what happened.
Dumb idea.
Nothing changes anything.
It's probably Anton. He's married.
Do you think God created men and women just so we could drive each other crazy?
Well, you know, I do really good in arithmetic, but I'm not so good on essay questions.